be kicking it and making all the action with my rod tip, and it's coming back straight. That's what I want. Now, when it comes to shaky heads, this is another very important lesson that took me quite a few years to learn. I spent a lot of money on baits that I don't use anymore. So the spring, I'm going to show you exactly how this works. This is a bait that I don't ever use. The only time that I could ever see this jig head being necessary would be maybe if you were skipping docks or something, but even that, I think there's better designs. Now, what happens that costs you a lot of fish, so you rig your shaky head up, here it is, and a fish bites it. Now you set the hook, that's gonna go through there, but now you have all this plastic. So the fish is hooked, but you have all this plastic pushing against the fish's mouth because that bait is not coming off that spring. So you have a fish that's hooked, but in between the bend of the hook, you have all this plastic there. That's constantly pushing that fish off the end of the hook. So a much better design, this is a Gambler Giggy head, and there's the one with the spring, and now here's the one with the spike. I'll do the same thing, rig it up. Now, even though that this is not as efficient, because you are going to have that pull off there every once in a while you're casting, your hookup ratio, landing ratio is going to go way up, because what is going to happen now when you do get a fish to bite and he gets hooked, now that's a brand fresh worm on there, that's going to just slide off there. And then you have nothing pushing on the fish. So when the fish is hooked, you have nothing pushing against the fish. And that is a Gambler Giggy head. It's similar to a spot remover by Buckeye, but when you have a fish hooked, now it's just basically a wacky rig, and you're not going to have all that plastic pushing on that fish off the end of the hook. So that is my 100% of the time shaky head, the Gambler Giggy head with the spike, not the one with the screw. But it is very important to understand, do I want to be efficient? Am I skipping docks where I can make 1,000 casts without the bait coming off? Could be any of those baits, a swim jig, a chatterbait. Very important to understand which ones are most important to you. And then am I getting very few bites? I need to land everything. Am I not getting enough bites because of my bait keeper? So very important to make sure you have the right bait keeper on your jig head. Try that, guys. Good luck to you, and I'll see you on the water.